Greetings, I'm Solidus Skully, drunk out of his fucking skull, and recording some more Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko. If you don't like the fact that I'm drunk, then you can fuck right off. Anyway, we're getting to one of my favourite levels in the game, Gangster TV. Again, just get a fucking load of this level, dudes and dudettes. This is just... Well, I mean, again, there's a lot that I do generally like about the Italian Mafia sort of setting, but I think Gex 3 really does cover this level the best, not just in terms of parody advertisements, but also in terms of mission objectives, level structure, the whole shebang, really. This is just a really good quality level, and one that I honestly feel that Crystal Dynamics really gets sold at. You also have a nice variety of enemies. I mean, they do generally fit within the sort of set of, like, you know, mobster, Godfather kind of stuff, but at the same time, though, its level is just so well handled that you get a real sense of quality about it, man. I don't really know how to describe it. I mean, the enemies are tough. I will say that much. Again, you have machine gun toting... I'm not really sure what they... I think they're just meant to be general goons, although I kind of think about machine gun toting dogs akin to, you know, Sly Raccoon. Again, like the hitboxes on the, you know, the large bodyguards, you know, they can hit you pretty easily, and, you know, hitboxes will generally count, and since they do kind of cover a large area, they can hit you a little bit unfairly. But apart from that, though, like, this level is sick, man. Again, also we have rats, you know, a bunch of different stuff. It all really just sort of accounts for general, you know, mobster criminal activities. Not to mention with the parody advertisements, like right there, the Hindenburg, a truly safe way to travel. Except the fact it's, like, not a safe way to travel because, well, research your history, dudes. Anyway, one of the big examples of how this first-person aiming mode can be put to use, you can use that to actually get collectibles. I don't know why, that's just kinda sick, man. Like, it really makes these power-ups worth using, and like, I mean, even if you don't like the aiming mode, you can still get some good shit out of it, so, you know, it makes it worth your while to actually get out there and do this. I've no idea what the hell that line's meant to be referring to, the whole, it's Euro dingy? Is it, like, referring to, like, the art style, or, like, the grungy aesthetic? I don't know, dude. Anyway, we also have, like, guns and shit, because that's always sick. Except for fucking pussies who don't like platformer heroes using guns, because, you know, they're fucking bitches. So you know what? Screw them. You know, Gex uses machine guns. Even if they are Tommy guns, they are legit guns, they have bullets, they will pierce your flesh and make you bleed to death, so fuck him, man, he's sick. But I suppose we should probably go into more so one of the main reasons why I like this level. The first of which being the, like, sunrise sort of backdrop. It is absolutely fucking beautiful, man. Like, I mean... I don't know what it is about this level. The lighting was absolutely perfectly captured, like with the lighthouse sort of reflecting light across the, you know, cargo ship right here. The general grime and grunge sort of aesthetic of the level, and of course, the fact that, well, it's dangerous, it's cool, and it really does reflect, like, the whole sort of gangster parody that you're going for. I don't really know what more you could ask for, man. This level is totally fucking sick. Drink Corona, by the way. It's fucking excellent, dudes. The also thing to remember is, basically, in terms of mission objectives, we should probably get to now, since we're kind of getting to it. Again, what this mission is doing is basically to rescue Cuz. Gex's cousin, I guess? Again, a character who wasn't developed, wasn't given any introduction in any prior material, and is, well, basically someone who has no character. The only real relevance he has is that he can basically be an unlockable skin for Gex, assuming you want to play the secret missions, or you enter in the codes in, like, the bloody Gex Vault thing. The only real thing notable about him is that he says, bugaboob. I have no idea why the fuck he says that, but that's his one defining characteristic. Indeed, Alfred. Take that, James, bitch. Who gives a fuck about James Bond anyway? This fucking martini shaken, not stirred. I'm being facetious, I do apologize to any James Bond fans out there.
You think I'm funny? You laughing at me? You want a piece of meat?
Yeah, that was the one time I actually got the legit fucking cutscenes actual right. Well, better late than never, I guess. Anyway, like, I mean, the mission objectives do really reflect, like, the general sort of tone you're going for, like, you know, smashing the barrels of root beer. Again, keep in mind that this is meant to be parodying, like, 1920s gangsters and shit, like, so, you know, you have the Speakeasy sort of era where alcohol regulations were a lot more enforced around this point in time, so, yeah, I kinda like this mission. Like, again, I think it probably could have used a little bit more context in terms of, like, you know, characters that we meet up with, and, like, cutscenes to really kind of give the mission objectives focus, but again, I mentioned that in previous parts where, you know, to make Gex kind of fit a little bit more in the modern era, like, you can have Gex meet up with a bunch of different, like, stereotypes and caricatures throughout different, like, sorts of TV and media. And by doing that, like, you know, you give your missions a bit more context, which would, you know, like, allow Gex to kind of interact and have, like, more, you know, jokey jokes with people and shit. And it'd be fucking sick, dude. Like, you know, the dude would actually, like, be able to legit interact with people. And again, really, isn't that what you really want out of a series like Gex? You know, to have him, like, literally be inside a TV show beyond just gameplay? Like, I mean, the atmospheric stuff, like, you know, the game already does, as is fine enough. But, like, I mean, if Gex could do that on a much larger scale, this series could, like, have some legit staying power. Which is the sort of thing that it didn't really have, like, after the late 90s, when people just sort of, like... I wouldn't really say grew out of it, but, like, cultural taste kind of shifted towards, like, you know, hardcore, extreme sort of games. But, like, I mean, with platformers coming back and shit, like, you know, you could totally have this happen, and, you know, I think it'd work. But then again, that's just me, and I'm kind of a fucking shitfuck. So, like, who knows? God, this is just going too fast. But again, it just kind of showed, like, how legitimately fucking cool these missions are, man. Like, I mean, you have very short objectives, the levels, like, kind of divide into different places. I mean, I will say that, like, the level design is, like, very fucking square, but what you get as a result is, like, you know, a lot of shit to do, and, you know, plenty of different mission objectives to complete. Like, here, you gotta burn the barrels of money, because, you know, I guess people, like, want to get the money inflamed, because, I don't know, chaos or some shit. But, I mean, besides that, like, you know, you get a bunch of different objectives, you get to see the sights, and, well, you're rewarded with a lot of cool shit, man. I kind of fucked up there, so I do apologize about that. But anyway, with the power of editing, it's a lot more concise. So take this, machine gun dude. You know what, I might actually, like, add some fucking Vault shit shortly after this, because, you know, post-commentary, I have the advantage of actually doing that rather than, like, live commentary, which I'm not very good at, as you probably knows with the Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, like, or Rechain of Memories specifically, kind of fucking shit. I don't know. Again, this is the level I think gets the most use out of Gex's abilities. Like, I mean, you'll tail bounce, you do all the usual shit. You use the first-person ability a lot more, and quite frankly, like, it's a good level. I love this level so fucking much. Again, I cut it down for time, basically, but it's great. Like, if you ever pick up Gex 3, this is a level to really look forward to. Again, we're gonna watch the cutscene, you know, and then we'll show off a little something extra about Gex 3, so enjoy.
I really worked up an appetite watching you during that last mission. Let's find a little Italian joint and stare at each other over a plate of rigatoni.
That rigatoni sounds like some good shit, dude. Anyway, this is the Vault. Again, you can access it, like, right at the end of the Gex Cave. What you get out of it is basically, well, basically accessing what essentially a debug mode can do, but again, you can also access a bunch of different characters, Rex, Cuz, Alfred, as you can see here. Again, this is how you access, you know, regular characters, you know, doing a bunch of different shit. I'm basically just kind of filling for time at this point. This is just a sample of what you can do with the Gex Vault, but again, I mean, if you plan on picking up this game for yourself, I highly recommend that you experiment with yourself to, like, to see what sort of different shit you can do. Also showing off some of the ways you can access the different movies. Like, I mean, this is in Akuji the Heartless, you know, this is how you get the secret clapperboard. There is an invisible platform that you kind of faintly see if you pay attention. Again, this is also, you know, where you can get the bloody, other secret clapperboard movies in, like, bloody, you know, the fucking swimming mission. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Bada boom! Yeah, that's what I was mentioning earlier, like, a couple of parts ago. You know, so you blow that shit up, go off and get the clapperboard, and you should be fucking good, dudes and dudettes. Still a pretty sick mission, though, like a nice way of reusing your fucking assets, unlike, you know, the Cut Jaws level, or the bloody fucking whatever the fuck level. Fairy Tale TV, I think it was. And now for the, like, final one in fucking I'll Mug You Television, whatever the hell it was. Yeah. And again, this is going to be the final part, so on that note, I'm Solidus Skully, keep it new metal. Next time on Gex 3D Enter the Gecko, we're finishing this shit. Catch you next time, dudes and dudettes, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.